Agnetha Fältskog was born on April 5, 1950, in the small Swedish town of Jönköping. Her musical talent showed itself early. At the age of 6, she began writing songs and performing them at family events. By her teens, Agnetha had become a member of a local music group, which gave her her first experience of public performance. In 1967, at the age of only 17, she recorded her first song, Jag var så kär, translated as I was so in love, which became an instant hit in Sweden. Her soft and expressive voice caught the attention of music producers, and she soon signed a contract with a local label. This success opened the way for her to enter the professional music industry. Agnetha, together with Annie Frid Lyngstad, Björn Ulvaeus, and Benny Andersson, formed a band that changed the perception of pop music, ABBA, which became an international sensation after winning the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest with the song Waterloo. In the band, Agnetha not only sang lead vocals, but also contributed to the arrangements and studio work. Her voice became the centerpiece of hits such as The Winner Takes It All, Dancing Queen, and SOS. Her ability to convey emotions ranging from joy to deep despair made ABBA's songs not just commercially successful, but also truly moving. But Agnetha was not only on friendly terms with the band members. She had a relationship with the band's guitarist, Björn Ulvaeus. Soon the young people got married. Their marriage, which at first glance seemed ideal, broke up in 1979 after 7 years together. The divorce was accompanied by many rumors, and journalists did not miss a chance to make it the main topic of headlines. At that time, the band was at the peak of its popularity, and the strained personal relationships between the members inevitably affected their work. The situation was exacerbated by the fact that Agnetha and Björn continued to perform together despite their breakup. This dynamic was reflected in the song The Winner Takes It All, which many considered autobiographical. Although Agnetha denied this, her emotional performance of the song became a true symbol of the loss and pain caused by the breakup. The divorce was a serious challenge for the singer, but she managed to maintain her professionalism and continued to perform with ABBA despite her personal difficulties. Agnetha Fältskog is known for her fear of flying, which has been the cause of many scandals and rumors. One of the most famous incidents occurred in the late 1970s when the plane the band was on hit severe turbulence. This incident had a profound effect on the singer, and she has since preferred to avoid air travel. During ABBA's world tours, this caused difficulties as the band had to find alternative means of transportation for Agnetha. For example, during the 1979 American tour, she insisted on crossing the country by train, which disrupted the performance schedule. This displeased managers and organizers, but Agnetha was adamant. Her fear became one of the reasons why she gave up active touring in the future. After the breakup of ABBA in 1982, Agnetha concentrated on her solo career. Her first solo album in English, Wrap Your Arms Around Me, was released in 1983 and was a huge success, especially in Europe. The song The Heat Is On was a hit and reached high positions in the charts. Agnetha continued to release albums, experimenting with different musical styles. Her music has always been characterized by depth and lyricism, making her in demand even in a rapidly changing music industry. In 2004, she returned with the album My Coloring Book, which was a tribute to her favorite songs from the 1960s. Agnetha has always been characterized by mystery and modesty, which made her even more attractive to fans. And unfortunately, after ABBA disbanded, Agnetha faced more obsessive attention from fans, which sometimes turned into open harassment. The most famous case occurred in the 1990s, when one of her fans, a Dutchman, moved to Sweden to be closer to her. The man repeatedly tried to break into her house on the island of Åkerö, left notes and flowers, and monitored her movements. The situation reached a climax when the fans started following Agnetha in the street, causing her fear and anxiety. The singer contacted the police, and the man was eventually expelled from the country. The case caused a great deal of media coverage and was a reminder of the difficulties that celebrities face when trying to maintain their privacy. Interestingly, in the 1990s, Agnetha began an affair with Thomas Soderstrom, a Swedish surgeon. Their relationship was stormy and accompanied by frequent quarrels, which became public thanks to the attention of the press. After their breakup, Thomas gave several interviews in which he discussed Agnetha's personal life, which she perceived as a betrayal. This scandal was a heavy blow to the singer, who always strived to protect her privacy. Her distrust of people increased, and she distanced herself even more from the outside world. This case showed how difficult it is to maintain privacy as a celebrity. One of the most discussed traits of Agnetha is her love for privacy. After the end of her active music career, she practically disappeared from the public space, which caused a wave of criticism from journalists and some fans. Her reclusiveness on the island of Eckerö gave rise to many rumors and speculations. The media accused her of allegedly rejecting her fans and deliberately avoiding communication with the press. Although Agnetha repeatedly emphasized that she simply appreciates a quiet and measured life. These accusations were unfair, as the girl continued to make music, although with less regularity. Nevertheless, this did not prevent her from surprising her fans from time to time. In 2013, she released the album A, which was her first original material in 9 years. The album received positive reviews from critics and showed that her voice and musical style remained just as unique. However, her reluctance to participate in major public events, including an ABBA reunion, led to speculation. Only years later did she explain that the decision was motivated by her desire for peace of mind and her desire to focus on her family and personal well-being. When talks about a possible ABBA reunion began in the 2010s, Agnetha was for a long time the only one who did not give her consent. Her reluctance to participate in a project related to the band's digital avatar's ABBA voyage was the cause of much speculation. Journalists claimed that she did not want to return to the industry because of past injuries and disagreements with colleagues. However, later, Agnetha still agreed to participate in the recording of the band's new album, released in 2021. This decision came as a surprise to many, but also confirmed that her choice was always dictated by personal principles and not by public pressure. However, despite the above, ABBA's reunion has become the most high-profile event of recent years. After decades of rumors and expectations, the band released a new album, Voyage, in 2021. Agnetha was once again part of the magic, recording new songs that instantly took listeners back to the band's golden era. This album was a real gift for fans, showing that even after decades, ABBA is still relevant. Agnetha's voice sounded as powerful and touching as in her best years, proving that talent is timeless. Agnetha Fältskog is not just a pop star, but a symbol of an era when music united millions of people around the world. Her contribution to culture, both as a member of ABBA and in her solo career, remains invaluable. Her songs continue to inspire new artists, and her story is an example of how talent and perseverance can change the world.